Hi, this is Juan from the Music Square and Boynton Pro Audio. I'm here at ATS Recording Studio, and today we're going to be doing something kind of cool. We're going to be talking about reamping guitars. If you're new to what reamping is, what that basically is recording a dry, direct guitar signal into your recording software that allows you to later send that signal back out through an amp or send those tracks to a recording studio that they'll end up sending out to an amp. Basically what you can do is you can use something like a DI box where you'll plug your guitar into the DI box, and then out from the DI box you can either send it into a guitar amp for your own monitoring, something like a digital processing unit, so that way you can get a ballpark idea of what you're playing. And then what you can do is send via an XLR cable that goes into your recording interface also, and that's how you capture just your dry, kind of boring, just guitar signal. What's really cool about that is there have been a lot of cases over the years of someone takes a great performance, they get a great track, and they find out that in the mix that guitar signal or that guitar sound really wasn't the one that they were looking for. What reamping allows you to do is after the fact, after you get your great performance, then you can spend a lot of time playing with different pedals, playing with different amps, different mic positionings until you find the exact guitar sound that you're after. So these days there's a number of ways to capture your DI track. A lot of times people will go through some sort of modeling unit like an Avid 11 rack or like a Line 6 pod. A lot of times what they'll do is they'll go into a DI box first. The cool thing about a DI box is it allows you to plug your guitar directly into this. Then you can plug a cable out of here into a small amp or into some sort of digital unit to monitor yourself so you can kind of get a ballpark tone of what you're going for. And then via an XLR cable, go back into your interface to capture your clean, unprocessed signal. Any of those ways will work, and really it's just going to depend on what is the most convenient for you and what you're using. So if you're doing this at home and you're going to be doing this either on a budget or with a limited amount of space, going into something like a little 2-channel interface is great. Just plug your guitar into the DI box into some sort of little digital unit to monitor yourself. From the DI box also, then you go right into the little interface and you're good to go. Then that allows you the freedom to later crank up a large amp or email those tracks to another recording studio and have them reamp that for you. So there's really a lot of ways that you can capture your DI track and make it work for you. So for this clip, what we're going to do is we're going to use the DI track that we recorded when we shot our 11 rack video, which is the same idea. We captured, instead of going through a direct box like this, we went right into the 11 rack and recorded a DI signal or just a clean unprocessed signal from there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to feed that through this radial reamp box. So what we can do is that will then go into a guitar amp. It could go through a couple of pedals and then into a guitar amp first if we wanted to. But in this particular case, we're just going to go right into a PV6505 Plus. And then what that allowed us to do is then try out a couple of different microphones on the cabinet. You can play with microphone placement on the cabinet and really dial in the sound that we're after. Another benefit to reamping is if you don't have great mics or you don't have a cool collection of guitar amps, or maybe the converters in your interface aren't the highest quality, you can capture that processed or that unprocessed guitar signal and then send that to a recording studio where that's really what their forte is. So that way you can kind of have a lot of amps at your disposal, have professionals miking it up, and using those tracks that you recorded at 2 o'clock in your bedroom to make sure you got the performance right. Now those tracks are going through really high-end equipment and are going to get you the guitar sound that you're after. So these days there's a number of ways to capture a DI track. You can take the old school approach and go into a DI box first and then go into your recording interface. And a lot of digital processors these days, they have the option to just record your DI signal right as you're recording your process sound too, and just route it to 2 separate tracks. Regardless of how you get your DI, once you've got that dry unprocessed signal, you're gonna have a lot of fun being able to send that out through other amps and other pedals to help you dial in and get that perfect guitar sound for your recording. So if you'd like to be able to start recording some of your own DI tracks, there's a number of ways to go. You can check us out at musicsquarestores.com or boytonproaudio.com. We've got the Avid 11 rack. If you liked that video and you wanted to capture your DI that way, you can get all sorts of cool products from Radial or Countryman from us, whether you want to get the Reamp box or be able to capture your DIs with the DI box. And if you have any questions, just give us a call or shoot us a message on Facebook, and we'd be happy to help you out and help you choose what option we think would be right up your alley. So thanks for checking out the video, and we'll see you next time.